how to come up with an online business idea. Now, this one I love because there are so many experts that are all over this bathroom wall called the internet that say it's so easy to make money online. And then you go try it and you buy all sorts of what I call little scams where people are charging you between $2,000 and $5,000. Hey, we have a store. All you have to do is have a product and we just plug it in and all of a sudden you're going to be making $10,000 a month. There are so many scams on how to make money easy on the internet. Like, you got to get to some real work. So first of all, before you even think of the idea, think of the problem. Let's not even go to an idea. An idea is interesting. When people want to raise capital, they'll say, well, I have this idea to raise capital to do real estate or this RV park or whatever they want to do. And it's like, an idea is not a deal. And so it's the same thing. An idea is not going to generate money. Solving someone's problem is what generates money. So let's get into a framework that's going to have you really make money, like real money online. So the three things we're going to talk about is just a fast framework on how to spot some money-making ideas and opportunities. Number two, how do you validate the demand and how do you do it on a weekend? So you're not wasting a lot of time searching for something that you can do to create some income online. And number three, turning your skills into a scalable offer. And that's where I think a lot of you miss the boat. So what are you already good at? What are you already being paid for? Every one of these books has the intention of a bigger opportunity to, say, be in the big table. So we go from a book to maybe some coaching to some online courses to then going to the big table to work on your millionaire plan. Service-based business have the lowest startup costs and the fastest path to revenue. I have preached this since the day that I started. In fact, I love and I'm known for being a complete bootstrapper, meaning I'm going to start with nothing and I'm going to create a multi-million-dollar opportunity. I have done it most of my career. I didn't buy companies. I created them from nothing and I created them from my skill sets. So that is your fastest path to revenue and it's your lowest startup costs. Is there a product you can sell on the internet there? Probably not, but there's a service if you do proper marketing to get that done. Pre-selling is also something that I have done forever. Every one of my books, before they became a New York Times bestseller or whatever level of bestseller that they became, we pre-sold. Every one of them, I pre-sold tens of thousands of books. The Yes Energy book pre-sold probably 50,000 books because I became an Australian bestseller, Canadian bestseller, United States bestseller, UK bestseller, all in one big swoop with the Yes Energy book. So that one was huge, but pre-selling anything. So many of you become clients of mine and you'll come in with this 8-week masterclass. You spent $20,000 or a whole year on it. I have a woman who has 2 beautiful courses. Beautifully done, great curriculum. No one's bought them. No one asked her to build them. And now we're having to reverse engineer what's the marketing that's going to push that product. So you want to be out here first. You want to be out here doing surveys, inviting people to give you input, right? I would say something like this, right? My name's Loral. I'm a money expert. What's one thing I could help you with today? I give a survey. And what do you want to learn how to get out of debt? Do you want to learn how to make more money? Do you want to learn how to evaluate a deal? What do you need to learn? And then I'm going to create an opportunity for you to pre-order. So that way I have money in advance. So that is the most successful way. And it is the only way that I have done huge multi-million-dollar startups. And a lot of you, you're building something and you're praying to God they're going to come and they won't come. I promise you they're not coming. The environment is too different since COVID specifically, and you need to make sure that you're solving a problem. So let's talk about an ideal framework. So here's a framework that all of you can use as you get into this. And it's who, problem, result. Who's a group? Right? Whether you want to target some nurses, you want to focus on contractors, real estate agents, brokers, wealth managers. Who's your target market that you want to go focus on? What problem are you solving? And is it urgent now? Do they need it now? How expensive is it for them to have that problem solved? I would highly encourage you to create a tiered system of free. We do free plus shipping and handling on my books. And then you could move up to $7, $17, $47, $97, and then you just keep going. You could put it through a Shopify store to keep it contained and a little more manageable for yourself. And then you've got to have a result. You've got to have measurable data results. And I would do them daily, weekly, and monthly. And if you're not hitting the targets, you need to adjust. And I think being nimble is what a lot of you, especially if you're trained as an employee, You're not as nimble as you need to be as an entrepreneur. Now, weekend validation. So you can go out and get 10 people who might have tried your product. So it's okay to actually give some of it away or give it at a half price cost. Or I've even done stuff where it's like, it's $100 to try this thing. And you get people to try the thing and then give you feedback and give you some reports, give you some reviews. So those are great ways to do it. Create a survey over the weekend. What's the problem you're going to solve? And aim for just a little bit of money. So you want to make sure that people are taking out their credit card and paying you. So this is like a weekend warrior process, and you can do it with a variety of people in our community. If you go to Millionaires in Training, we have a Facebook group where we highly encourage you to actually do business together, make money together, share your ideas, give each other feedback. And as we head into 2026, we've been doing this YouTube channel for 4.5 years. We are heading into a very new process. We're going to, for 2 hours once a month, we're going to be doing Building Your Cash Machine again. How do we actually help you make money? Kind of like the 3 days to cash for those of you who've been around for, more than 5-10 years. We know how to help you make money. And then once you make it, you want to make it inside of a company. So we have another event called the Millionaire Intensive. So instead of doing a one big 8-hour day, we're going to break it into 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So we're going to have 4 events for 2 hours that actually stack on each other to help you create a faster result. We're always looking for a better efficiency to help you get better. Now, while we're here, I want you to subscribe to my channel. I need you here and I want you listening. So click the notification button. And that means, all right, I need 5, 10, 15 minutes to listen to the video, and then grab a journal. It's in the show notes where you can write down, this is the video, this is the day I watched it, this is what I learned, this is what I'm going to do about it, and really get into what you can do to create more money for your life. You all have the opportunity to do it. It's whether you do it or not, or it's just, yeah, I think I'll think about that while I watch my next Hulu or Netflix original or Paramount. That's what a lot of you do. So let's put that away. And why don't you just be here for a weekend? I'm going to challenge you to binge my channel. So by binging my channel here, it's in the show notes. So you have to click on that link so we can track that you actually watched this channel for 25 hours. I give you a $750 credit towards a new tuition so we can help teach you more and more and more. Now, the last thing on how to pick an online money-making idea is make sure it's scalable. And make sure that it is in a chain of activity. Because, again, I didn't just write the book to write the book. I wrote the book to then provide more education. Even small education pieces, like how do you get out of debt? How do you do a gap analysis? How do you do a sequence? How do you do money rules? So this builds, and then ultimately, the goal is to have you in the big table to become a millionaire and have the integrated team of experts we provide. So make sure it's scalable, make sure it's doable, and put a team around you. This is not I'm a self-made millionaire kind of a program and a process. This is team-made. You're going to have a team, because creating anything, where it's online or offline, you're going to have marketing, you need sales, you've got to have cash flow, you've got to have fulfillment, operations, technology, customer service. It takes about 7 departments and 7 skill sets to run one company. So let us help you. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, AskLoral. Ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.